So welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made a video, but I just felt like making another video today. Again, yeah, just my personal videos or not private, I'd say personal videos that I'm just uploading as vlog or vlog, however you want to pronounce it, for my own future reference, so I can come back to it and say, this was how it used to be. Today, without wasting much time, I just want to talk about the 3 legs to finance, or is it the 3 legs of finance, or the 3 legs, however you want to put it, the 3 legs of financial stool, so to speak. And the first one would be earnings, second one is savings, and the third one is investing. And it's funny because many people say it takes money to make money. While that is true, now, yeah, they say it takes financial intelligence, that you don't have to use your own money, but for you to get the experience to the point where you can use other people's money, you must have used some of your money along the way. It's just inevitable. So however you want to do it, you need money to make money. I don't care how people say if you invest in yourself. Well, to invest in yourself, you need money to invest in yourself. So that knowledge that you get, that you're going to be able to raise capital or use other people's money or loans or whatever, it still requires you to part with some of your money for you to get that experience or get that knowledge. So it always starts with money. And as far as I can see, or as far as I have experienced, the earnings is not the most important, but it is important. It's the number 1 ingredient, but it's not the most important, but it is the number 1 ingredient. The journey to financial freedom, you start with the earnings. But the reason why I say it's not the most important is because I've come across a lot of people who make a whole lot of money, boatloads of money, but they can't stop working because they're trapped by that money. So they have a high paying job that is really demanding, but they can't take time off. Sorry about that. But they can't take time off from the job because that's what is their means of sustenance, if you know what I mean. They can't take risks and things like that. So they're high earners, and in fact they have no savings. That's the number 2. So it's earning, savings, and investing. So they're high earners, but they still live paycheck to paycheck because all their expenses is used up. The expenses uses up everything they make in their income. So we have high earners who have no savings. We also have low income earners with high savings as a proportion or as a ratio to their income. So it doesn't mean they're saving a whole lot of money. It's just as a ratio to their income, they're saving a lot. Okay, so but they don't make too much money. So we're talking the average income, maybe say 33, 35, anywhere between 35 and 40. But they have good amount of savings, and they've been saving over a few years. So they're really frugal people who watch every penny they spend, which is a good thing. Savings is the number 2 of the 3-legged stool to financial freedom. Everybody is trying to get to financial freedom, which is where everybody is headed, whether you like it or not. Because when you retire and when you become a pensioner, the whole point is to be able to live off of your pension, which is financial freedom. Although at an old age, but yes, it is what it is. That's where everybody is going to. So we have high income earners who have no savings. We also have high income earners who have substantial amount of savings. And then we have low income earners who have no savings because their expenses eats away at everything they make. And they will tell you they have the same problem, just about the same problem as the high income earners. They will tell you, I don't make enough. I need to make livable wage. The definition of livable is not the same for everybody. So you can find 2 or 3 people living in the same neighborhood or in the same estate, making vastly different amount of income, but they're able to live there and they have no savings. So one person making 40,000, another person making 120,000 in the same neighborhood. They're either single or have a family or whatever, but the 120,000 person has no savings. The 40,000 earner has no savings either. So how is the 120,000 earner spending everything if they can survive on 40,000? Again, I know there are nuances and people's personal situations are different, or family and background and things like that, but they can make it work. So that's the low income earner with no savings. And then there are, like I said before, there are low income earners with substantial amount of savings as a ratio or as a proportion to their income. Those are the frugal people. But the last ingredient there now is the investment. You have to, this is where most people fall short. Everybody, not everybody, but the vast majority are struggling and fighting and hustling towards the high income. And for them, that's where it ends. They get the high income and they spend everything. And then there are those that they believe they can't really invest because they don't have a high income. So this thing is like a myth. It's like a circle. We don't know which is more important, but in my opinion, I think a modest amount of income is good, or is enough. The savings rate is also good, but the investment rate and the rate of return on that investment, I believe that is the key. That is the most important thing. Now, without savings, you can't invest. Let's just get that out, get that straight. Without savings, you can't invest. Without income, you can't save. But you can have income and have no profitable investment. You can have savings. I've seen people who have saved a whole lot of money, but the money is just sitting there. They don't know what to do with it. They're scared to hell of touching that money. Inflation is just, playing around with it the way it wants, but they don't know what to put the money into. And then the high income earners, they don't know what to put the money into either, and they're like, let's just live for today. You never know what's gonna happen, what can happen tomorrow. So there you have it. The high income earners, the low income earners, the savers, and those who are saying they cannot save, and then those who are investing. So you could be a moderate income. You can't be at the lower end of this, at the extreme end of the spectrum as far as income. If you're gonna live on something, there has to be something left over for you to save, and from that savings, you have to invest most of it. You can't invest all of it. You have to invest most of it because you have to have some amount in cash for emergency and things like that. So that's my 2 cents for this video. Focus on your income, and if you don't think you can focus, you can increase your income from your job that you're currently doing. Get a side hustle, so you can increase your income by either going vertically, working hard at your job, getting the qualifications or whatnot and getting promoted, or changing jobs and getting more income that way. Or you can go horizontal, which is getting side hustles, 1 or 2. I must tell you, this is not going to be easy. You're going to be working almost round the clock. The vertical one is not as easy as well because you have to get qualifications and things. But once you get that, this is where you're at. And then if you want to chill out for some time, that's fine. And then you want to go to the next level, then start working towards that. For the horizontal one, you have to keep working. There's no stopping. You slow it down, the income is going to slow down. So you can either go horizontal or you can go vertical. But whichever the case is, you have to increase your income. And then you have to increase your savings rate. Okay, do not let the money dictate what to do. You dictate to the money what the money should do. Get a budget. I think that's the most important thing. Get a budget. Get all your expenses. Everything you're spending it's just a simple exercise. Get your expenses together, see how much is going out, and then put that money, if you can make it like a kind of direct debit or standing order or whatever. And that's what I did. Just put that, as soon as you get paid, slide that money into that account, and that goes. And then the other one, whatever is left, is what you're gonna have to plan around with. And then invest. But before you start investing, you have to study, you have to spend time. So you're gonna do 3 things. You spend time getting a promotion at work, you spend time on your side hustles, and then you're gonna spend time again learning the particular asset class you wanna invest in, whether it's a business, whether it's a real estate, whether it's stocks, whether it's commodities. You have to spend considerable amount of time there because that's where you're gonna put your money. And if you don't know what you're doing, that money will go like that. So when I call people sometimes, this is just a personal thing. When I call people sometimes, and I say, hey, how you doing? What's going on? And they're like, I'm just chilling. In my head, I'm like, how do you find time to just chill? People have been telling me that I do too much, but if I have to spend time on my job to get good at it and get qualifications, to take extra classes, and I have to spend time working the side hustles after work, and then I have to spend time studying the particular investments I want to invest in, there's barely time. And so maybe if you're single, then there is some time, but if you have a family as well, you have to spend time with them. There's barely time for all these things where you call somebody every time they're just chilling. Like, man, I don't think you're going anywhere. So that's just my 2 cents, okay? Increase your income, increase your savings rate, start spending a whole lot of time on whatever investment you want to get yourself into, and start flushing a huge amount of cash in there. So, see you next time.